Hey, Adam Lincoln Auger here. Hope you're having an incredible day, night, evening, morning, whatever it is for you. Hope it's a great one. We just went over 1.6 million subscribers on our channel, I Love Basketball, the one above me here. And I figured I'd hop on here and just tell you a story. Just tell you about kind of the path to go from 0 subscribers and an idea to over 1 million and now 1.6 million subscribers. But also give you some thoughts along the way that may be able to benefit you in some way, some action, whatever it may be. So here's how it all began. Now, if you don't know me, don't know anything about me, that's understandable, but bear with me. I got a story and it's going to be kind of interesting. It's going to be fun. You just got to listen to it. Give me a minute of your time. So I was a ACC champion high jumper, 7-time ACC champion high jumper, many years and pounds ago, might I add. But I was a 7'6" high jumper, Olympic qualifying, went to the Olympic, or was going to go to the Olympic trials, got hurt 2 weeks before the Olympic trials, the Beijing Olympics in 2008, just pulled my hamstring. That's it. Minor ass injury, but it was enough to put me out. If you try to jump on a pulled hamstring, you know what I'm talking about. But here's the problem. As soon as I did that, I called my agent and I was like, hey, I pulled my hamstring. And this dude literally was like, click. That's it. You're done. Hang up. You're fired. See ya. The sponsorship I have at the time, I believe it was Brooks Athletic, they let me go as well, and I was done. That was my job. I had quit college to chase this Olympic dreams. I know what you're thinking, what a dumbass, but to be honest, I was going to fail out anyway. But, it was such an interesting thing, because after that, I went straight into, a fall of depression. I went from being, like, on top of my game, a 10 out of 10 in life. I was happy, I was popular, life was awesome. And then it just all went straight down. Within weeks, I went from, winning in my final ACC championship to training for the Olympics to getting hurt to losing my job, losing any income, losing my life dream of being an Olympian. All happened in like a few weeks period. So from there, I'll be honest, I'd love to speed the story up, but for 6 months, I just drank a lot and felt sorry for myself. To be perfectly honest, that's what I did. But during that time frame of feeling sorry and getting drunk all the time, a couple cool things happened that I couldn't be where I am without had I not gone through them. First of all, in my alcoholic binging, I decided I would never accomplish any goals that I had. So instead of me trying to accomplish my goals, I decided I was going to help people accomplish theirs instead. So I decided, I'm only really good at one thing, and that's jumping higher. That's really the only thing that I'm good at in my mind. I thought I was a moron. I was a college dropout / failure. I didn't get great grades. I can't comprehend what I read. I have a comprehension problem. So whenever I read books, I couldn't really understand what I was reading. So, a lot was stacking up against me. But when I decided, hey, the one thing that I'm good at, I can help others do, that's what I did. So I just started a website and started helping athletes with jumping. Technically, here, jump like this instead, lift these weights, do this workout instead. And kids started jumping higher and higher and higher. And, it was weird when I go back to my comprehension problems, I decided, I can't really read very well. And there might be kids out there like me who don't really want to read how to jump higher. And 10 years ago on the internet, kind of everything was reading. But, I decided instead, hey, screw doing it like everyone else. I'm just going to show people how to do it. So there was this brand new site called YouTube at the time. And I decided to upload videos to YouTube to teach you how to jump higher. And people watched them. I didn't know how to tag, SEO, any of that crap, but people started watching my videos and more people started seeing them over the time. So during my drunken binging, the other cool thing that happened that's kind of connected, kind of not, is I got really good at online poker. Like badass good at online poker. I could sit at my computer. I didn't have to talk to anyone. I could drink, which was at the time pretty awesome for me. And then I could play online poker and make money. So it was like just the perfect gig for me being, in that situation that I was. But from there, you know, I learned about making money on the internet. I learned the possibilities of it. I learned that there's opportunity there. So it actually went, you know, rather hand in hand with this idea of teaching people to jump higher. The other cool thing about it was I learned how to play poker using YouTube videos. I never had played poker before that, but in one summer I got really, really good at it because I watched a ton of YouTube content and more or less taught myself how to play visually. Again, connecting back to shooting videos instead of writing a vlog on how to jump higher, a blog on how to jump higher. So fast forwarded a few years, I leveraged the fact that I built an audience in vertical jump after leveraging the fact that I was an ACC champion high jumper to start to build my audience. The next leverage point I took was I already had an audience in my vertical jump channel, and I decided to move that audience over to an all-out basketball training channel. And my thought process was pretty simple. I asked my audience, hey, do y'all like any other stuff other than jumping? And they were all like, yeah, we're basketball players. We like to dribble and shoot and score points and win games. And I was like, well, shoot, I love basketball. I'm not very, you know, I was never very good at it personally. I love the game. I was passionate, but if you saw my jump shot, you'd be like, bro, but I could dunk the shit out of the ball. I was actually a YouTube dunk champion, kind of fun fact. But anyway, I decided to bring in a basketball trainer, someone that had skills, someone that could teach the game, and someone that was credible, because I surely wasn't when it comes to basketball skills. So I partnered with Rock, who y'all know from I Love Basketball, and or you may know, and we built I Love Basketball and grew it in about a 6-year time frame along with our other partner Marco. He handled the Facebook side, we handled the YouTube side, and we just started growing it, and we started growing it. From there, it just became a simple process of asking people what they want and then delivering. So we would say, hey, what types of videos do you want? And then they would comment and tell us, and then we would shoot the videos. And then from there, when we found out people really like to score, jump higher, dribble, get better at dribbling, we created training programs and logical next steps to help these kids even further their game. You know, while all of our competitors were out there concentrating on just training like the best of the best in basketball, we created I Love Basketball to help anyone who loves basketball. So that became very logical for people to follow us and connect with us, because you don't have to be the best. You just have to be someone that wants to improve, and you were our target market. So it became really awesome. Now, this is I will never sell this business. It is my absolute passion. I love you know, training. I love the kids. I think that this is an incredible business that helps millions of people, and hence why, again, I'm going to come right back full circle now, why we, you know, one of my biggest pieces of advice is, if you want to really grow a YouTube channel, do something you enjoy doing, something that you're passionate about, because creating a video like this takes work, believe it or not, even though I'm not very good at it. You know, our team, for our basketball videos, it is a process. You know, we've posted on social media every day for the last 8-9 years, not missing a day. YouTube videos every week for going on 6 years straight. Every single week. You cannot miss days. So my first piece of advice would be, do something that you're passionate about, because that shit will catch up to you. If you're not passionate about it, it gets boring so freaking fast. I'm sorry. But you're going to get bored, especially during the start. I mean, this video is probably going to get like 50 views. And, you know, during this process of not getting a lot of viewership, it's hard. So try to stick to something that you just love hearing yourself talk about. Because if you don't, or you love helping people with, because if you don't, it's going to be really easy to get down and out, because it takes time to grow a YouTube channel. It may take months and months and maybe even a year before you really start gaining traction, but stick with it. When we started I Love Basketball, we started it with an iPhone and a shoe. So Rock would change into his basketball shoes and use one of his like street shoes and literally prop the phone into it, so that way he could shoot. We didn't pay for a tripod. We didn't do anything fancy at the time. It wasn't even like the most updated iPhone at the time, believe it or not. I think it was like an iPhone 4 or something when the 5 was out. I don't know. But anyway, you don't need to go all out with the camera stuff. What I'm using here is a Canon little Walmart camera that has the flip up so I can stare at myself. I like that feature, kind of make sure nothing's hanging out or looking weird on you. But this is all the camera that you need to get started. You can get the fancy cameras later on, but by the time that you can afford the fancy cameras, you might as well just get a videographer, because it kind of speeds the entire process. Which brings me to my next point. Number one, equipment doesn't really matter. You just want to have great content. You want to be entertaining. You want to be fun. Remember, you have to be entertaining, because no one's going to watch. Even if your information is literally the best shit ever, no one's going to watch it unless you are entertaining and you can keep entertainment. Remember, on YouTube, you're not only competing with other how-to channels that teach what you teach. When your viewer logs on YouTube and clicks on your video, they're seeing all of these other recommended pieces of content that are entertainment, music, movies, fun, interesting stuff, whatever they're interested in, they're seeing that all around your video. So you got to keep people engaged and entertained, and that's not the easiest thing in the world. So make sure, next tip, make sure that you have an entertainment value of some sense to what you're doing. Next, make sure that you're consistent. Make sure that you stick to a plan. Even if your plan is once a week, and that's it. Just stick to that plan. Do not let yourself down. If you do one thing right, if you just maintain consistency, even if you suck on camera, even if your information is not the best in the world, believe it or not, people will still start to show up just because they actually really like you. Now, if you can become better on camera, which you do over time, but if you also are giving good information away and you're doing it in an entertaining way, you're going to win 100% of the time, every time. Thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate it. I keep looking at me instead of looking at you, so I apologize. Anyway, if this video is entertaining, hopefully helpful, if you'd like more videos like this, do me a favor, click that like button below, comment, let me know your thoughts, any questions. If you'd like me to check out your channel, do a little channel review, I'm all for that. Just let me know in the comments below, and oh, excuse me, got excited there. Oh, thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much for just putting up with me for like the last 17 minutes. So I'll talk to you soon. Take care.